Hey everybody, welcome to the channel Tabitha Speaks Politics. I am your host Tabitha, and we are on the road to 500,000 subscribers. So if you've come across this video and are not subscribed to my channel, I welcome you. Please hit that subscribe button and help me to reach my goal. We talk all things politics over here by way of viral political news stories. And yes, sometimes we have a good time talking about these stories because every now and then I like to bring a little laughter into the foolishness that is happening within our political system, specifically the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And of course, let me say thank you to all of you who have been subscribed to me, those of you who are members of my channel. I really appreciate your support. Now, let's get into this news story. Baby, this is not a viral story, but it is a story that I must bring to you nonetheless, because not a lot of people are talking about it. There's only one person that I saw talking about this, and that is Michael Popak from the Midas Touch. And it's a story that I have to bring to you. I think you all would very much enjoy this story. So we all know that Joe Biden is currently in a lame duck session right now. He's not going to get any laws passed, any policy passed. He's not going to be able to get any of that done. So he's just, winding down, tying up loose ends, trying to get some additional judges confirmed for the bench. But Dark Brandon has stepped into the ring. While Joe Biden is doing the work, tying up his presidency and his political legacy, Dark Brandon is out here being shady and messy. And I love it. Okay, so y'all remember during Donald Trump's first presidency, it was build the wall, Mexico's going to pay for it. Y'all remember that. And when he got into the presidency, he wasn't able to get all of the funding needed in order to build this lavish wall that he envisioned. But, through some wheeling and dealing and some other negotiations with other policies and things like that, he was able to get some funding. And with that funding, he built a small portion of the wall. And do I have to say that Mexico didn't pay for it? Us taxpayers paid for it. And it wasn't miles and miles and miles of wall. It was a small portion of a wall. Now, he took credit of some funding where there was other portions of the wall built, but that had nothing to do with Donald Trump or his presidency. He had a small portion of a wall built, okay? And Dark Brandon stepped into the Oval Office and said, yeah, let's knock that shit down. Dark Brandon has disassembled the wall that Donald Trump had done, and he's auctioning off the steel from those pieces that he had disassembled. And the auction starts at $5. I ain't lying. Michael Popak had video, so I'm going to share the video with y'all. This just tickles me. Dark Brandon said, shit, we going out of here with a bang. He was like, let's take all of this shit down. Because the Trump administration, the new Trump administration, was anticipating using the fence. I don't know if it was for political purposes or if they were intending on building onto the wall. But baby, if they're going to do anything with that wall, they're going to have to start from scratch. And when I say start from scratch, they are going to have to start all over with new legislation to try to get funding to build this wall. And that video has gone viral over there in MAGA World, and MAGA World is pissed off, talking about they're wasting taxpayer dollars and this and that. Y'all don't give a shit about taxpayer dollars. Y'all voted a billionaire into office, and that billionaire is bringing all of his billionaire buddies, and they're all sitting around the table laughing at taxpayers here in the United States as they plot and plan how they are going to get all of the tax dollars into their pockets. This is how I envision them sitting behind closed doors, salivating as they go over all of the budgets and the balances and in the accounts that belong to the United States. They're salivating, can't wait to get their hands on every last red cent as they pillage every last dollar that belongs to us, the taxpaying citizens. They're drooling, can't wait to get their hands on all of our dollars. So Dark Brandon said, bitch, start over from scratch. Get your plan together, take it before Congress, and it ain't gonna be easy, because for as much as they think and they say that they have a mandate from the American people, no, the numbers between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has dwindled. There is a 3-4 seat difference between Democrats and Republicans in the House. Baby, it's going to be a battle royale. And I love that for the Trump administration. And the MAGA nuts, oh yeah, they not happy. They really are not happy about what Dark Brandon just did. This is a report from Fox News.
Border scraps for sale and on the cheap, indeed. In their last weeks, the Biden administration is set to auction off sections of the border wall before President Trump takes office. Minimum opening bid starts at $5 for 20 tons of taxpayer-funded steel. Talk about a steal. William Lajeunesse has got the story in L.A. William, hello.
Good morning, Bill. You know, this has been a debacle from the very beginning when President Biden stopped construction of the border wall on his first day in office, abandoning millions of tons of steel. So where is it now? Well, huge sections we found yesterday being trucked away from the border, being sold as scrap for pennies on the dollar. Even though President Biden knows the incoming administration wants this material, he is selling it. Hundreds of tons of state-of-the-art finished steel wall for almost nothing at auction sites like this one near Tucson, meaning taxpayers will likely pay twice for the same stuff. Now, the Biden team already sold most of an estimated $350 million worth of lights, wires, and these expensive steel bollards. According to the government auction site that they're using now, Biden is taking bids starting around $5 for each 40,000-pound lot of finished steel.
That's just a slap in the face, not just to the agents that are out there working, to the American public as a whole. They could have just left these panels alone.
So last year, we know the Biden administration sold about 700 of these 30-foot steel segments for roughly $200 a piece, meaning taxpayers took a loss of about $10,000 for each bollard. Now, President Trump installed 455 miles of wall. Another 250 miles was under construction when Biden stopped the project, refusing even to fill in the gaps in the fence that border agents begged him because the migrants were coming through. I found this pile of materials near Yuma about 3 years ago.
Message to the White House right now. I will bid on all of that wall, and we will buy it in Texas, and we will give it to Donald Trump.
They're sabotaging the incoming administration. Won't make it difficult for us, but you know what? We're going to get this done.
So after our report last night, the auction site took down those web pages and appeared to cancel the sale of hundreds of tons of steel that was scheduled for next Wednesday. As to who okayed this bill,
Now, the reporter went on to say that he had reached out to the Biden administration to inquire on who approved this whole thing, dismantling the wall and then packaging it up and selling it on the auction site for $5 for however many tons or pounds of steel. And the response that he got from Joe Biden and his administration was, we don't know who approved it. I can tell you what happened. Joe Biden blacked out and Dark Brandon took over. Dark Brandon said, sell that shit. Let them start from scratch. Now I understand that it's a loss to the taxpayers. I understand that. I'm a tax-paying citizen. But sometimes it's about the principle. And Joe Biden said, fuck Donald Trump and that damn wall.